Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are at yet another day of examining the video reaction to Amber Heard's interview. So I would like to say hello to everybody. We got an Edward Scissorhand. Yesterday, uh, when she did thing the interview, she was talking about everybody felt that Edward Scissorhands were he convinced everybody that his hands was Edward Scissorhands. So I thought it would be more than appropriate than to start this morning with some Edward Scissorhands this morning. But anyway, everyone, what we're going to do is we're getting ready to get into it. And thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you so very, very much. Oh, let's get into this interview. All right.
For 6 weeks, the defamation trial between her and Johnny Depp was hard to ignore. Every accusation aired for the world to see, and reaction on social media getting billions of views. Well, after the verdict, largely in favor of Depp, Heard called it a setback for other women who wanted to speak up. And now she says she fears other potential defamation lawsuits from her ex-husband as she looks to move forward.
I would like to also give a kudos and a shout out to Savannah Guthrie. Let's give her a hand clap. Hand clap to Savannah Guthrie of NBC News Today for doing a fantastic interview. So let's get back to it.
There's a text message where Johnny promises total global humiliation for you. Do you feel like that came true?
I know he promised it. I testified to this. I'm not a good victim, I get it. I'm not a likable victim. I'm not a perfect victim. But when I testified, I asked the jury to just see me.
Okay, Amber, I think that the jury did see you. I think they honored your request and they saw you. So, what else can I say to that?
As human and hear his own words, which is a promise to do this, it feels as though he has.
Amber Heard reflecting on the ripple effects of her tumultuous trial with Johnny Depp. Having been found liable, are you nervous as we are here today about what you can say now?
Okay, let's give Savannah another hand clap of applause here. Yes, evidently, her attorneys did not advise her that this is not a good idea to be sitting down and having a conversation regarding the defamation case, and she is still talking. If they did advise her that it was not a good idea and she went against their instructions, well, here we are today. But Amber said she was ready to live her life, be left alone.
Of course. I took for granted what I assumed was my right to speak.
Do you feel like you could be sued again by him for
Okay, yes, you have a right to speak just like all of us do. But Amber, you do not have the right to defame, like none of us do. So, then there's that.
defamation?
I'm scared that no matter what I do, no matter what I say or how I say it, every step that I take will present another opportunity for this sort of silencing, which is what I guess a defamation lawsuit is meant to do.
Yes, Amber. Yes. Let's give Amber a hand clap because Amber, That's what defamation cases are for, is to make sure that you do not defame that person again. And it is designed to silence whomever is doing the defaming. So yes, Amber, that is what it's for. Congratulations. I'm glad you're realizing this. Thanks.
It's meant to take your voice.
But Amber is still speaking just days after a jury stunned many and found the actress defamed Depp in an op-ed where she said she was a public figure representing domestic abuse. The piece, which never mentioned Depp by name, was published 2 years after the couple announced they had settled their divorce.
Yes, Amber is still talking. Evidently, the defamation case is not, enough. So that's why I'm telling Johnny Depp to go get his money. And that's why I'm encouraging Johnny Depp to get his money from this, because she doesn't understand, the to be quiet. The win wasn't enough. So now he needs to get his money. So like 50 Cent says, yep. Johnny, you're going to need your money today. Go get it.
Life had seemingly moved on, and you decide to write an op-ed. Why did you do that?
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
But it alluded to him. It was unmistakable.
What the op-ed was about was, me loaning my voice to a bigger cultural conversation that we were having at the time.
Did you worry? Gosh, I'd love to be a person weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew it was...
Okay. Amber said, what? She says, you said you obviously knew, Amber? Let's back this up a second and make sure we get this right.
Weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew.
Oh, so you obviously knew, right? Say, I'm going to need to back this up one more time, just in case for the people in the back,
Weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew it was important for me not to make it.
Okay, so what Amber is saying here is that she obviously knew that this was her op-ed was going to stir up some things. So she went ahead anyway. Like she said, she came from her own mouth. She obviously knew this was going to happen. So let's get some Edward Scissorhands on this. She says, I'm not finished. Let's get going.
Get about him or to do anything like defame him. I had lawyers, teams of lawyers, review all the drafts of this.
When you wrote this op-ed, it was the height of Me Too. Legions of powerful men being canceled, losing their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Of course not.
Okay. Amber, just by the look on your face when you answer that, this is what I'm going to say to that. Why you lying, Amber? You said that you did not want that to happen to Johnny Depp. You said that you went and got all of these attorneys to look at the op-ed to examine it. And you said that you did not want that to happen to Johnny Depp for him to be impacted by your op-ed. But look at your face, Amber. It's obvious that you are not being truthful, allegedly. So I'm going to back it up again, and so you all can see her face when this question is asked and how she answers it.
Their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Of course not.
Come on, girl. Okay. But if you say so, let's go.
Of course not. It wasn't about him.
But the op-ed and the abuse alleged was at the heart of the 6-week trial.
Just pulls his arm back with the phone and throws it at my face. Hit me right in my, it felt like my eye.
Okay, it felt like your eye. All right. Okay, but we're not going to go back to the court case. We got plenty
Heard
of...
testified that the final straw came after a violent fight in May 2016. 6 days later, she filed for a restraining order, cameras capturing her as she left the courthouse. But Depp's lawyers convinced the jury Heard was lying about the abuse. Police who responded to the 2016 incident testified during the trial that they didn't see any injuries and that...
Now, remember, she called these people randos, like the police officer, TMZ guy, the guy that owned the trailer park, Kate Moss. Everybody's randos.
Heard declined to file charges.
This was a hoax, is according to his team. Why didn't I cooperate with the police? As I've testified before, and I will stand by until my dying day, I didn't want to cooperate with them. I didn't want this to be out. I didn't want this to be known. I didn't want to cooperate with them because I didn't want this to be, I didn't want to get him in trouble. If it was a hoax, I could have done that.
But 5 days later, you went to court.
Oh! Savannah is getting it today, girl. I got to give her a clap. Savannah is doing her job today. Now, this is what journalism is all about, right here, asking the tough questions, holding them people accountable. Yes, Savannah, I am here for you, baby.
And it came out.
5 days later, I made the decision to stand up for myself and protect myself. You can't get a restraining order in private, which of course I didn't understand the night when the cops were called.
An employee of TMZ testified at court and said that TMZ was tipped off about when you were going to be going to the courthouse and on what side of your face bruises would be apparent. Did you tip off TMZ?
I was going to say, he certainly didn't get tipped off by me or anyone in my...
you know?
Okay. Well, one thing about it, what we're going to do at the end of this video is we have some more information as to allegedly why she waited 5 days and her demand letter to Johnny Depp on what they wanted. And if they didn't do it by a certain time, this was what was going to happen. So anyway, make sure you stay to the end of the video and we can see this information.
No tip off TMZ.
Why would they? No.
You ask no one to do that.
As I testified to before, it had nothing to do with me.
There are different incidents that you testified to, and the Depp legal team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
You had promised to donate.
Okay. Savannah is dragging today. Hey, Savannah, girl, look, you got all applause from me. You dragging today, baby. You doing the journalistic stroll. Yes, baby.
The $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity. It was revealed at trial that you haven't done so yet. However, they played a tape where you stayed on the air that you have donated it. Do you think that raised questions as to your credibility with the jury?
Woo! Yes. Did it raise questions, Amber, to your credibility to the jury when you stated that you donated but did not give any money? But you acting like you confusing pledge with donate. Yes.
I made a pledge, and that pledge is made over time by its nature. And
when you say I donated, you know that everybody thinks that you've donated it. Not
woo! I'm gonna have to keep giving Savannah applause, baby. Savannah is doing it today. Yes, hold those feet to the fire. This is how journalism should be done. This is classic journalism. This is what's been lost in the news, in the media today, especially mainstream media. When you are interviewing someone that is a controversial figure that don't answer questions or don't have, truthful, you definitely go in on them with the facts. Boom, boom, boom. You do not let them escape. It's a war. And Savannah is winning this battle.
That you've pledged to. So for the jurors sitting there Do you think they felt like that was you getting caught in a lie?
I don't know, because I feel like so much of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human.
Okay, but Amber, that's what defamation trials are about. I mean, what did you think you were there for? Did you think you were there for just to, hang out and have tea and talk to the jury, talk to people and call witnesses? That's what a defamation case is about, girl. Come on now.
My credibility, to call me a liar in every way you can. And
that was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
Woo! Savannah. Yes, Savannah. Savannah, you doing it, girl. You're doing it. And look at Savannah's face. Savannah is like, look, girl, we're not buying any of this. I am not here for this foolishness here. You know good and well that's what a defamation case is about. It's a battle of who is genuine, who is telling the truth, and who is not telling the truth. This is not a cakewalk. That is what the defamation trial is about. Savannah, I am so proud of you. Look at her face. Like, psh, girl. Savannah is telling her with her face. Savannah is telling Amber with her face, girl, bye with that. Savannah is getting it today, honey. She is digging.
And
that was it.
This is another one of the examples where if you pull back and you think about it, I shouldn't have to have donated it in an effort to be believed. I shouldn't have had to earmark the entirety of that.
But girl, you are the one that went out here on a media tour talking about you didn't want any money. You didn't want the $7 million, that you were going to donate half of it to ACLU and the other half to the Children's Hospital of LA. Nobody asked you what you were going to do with the money. You volunteered this information. You went on a tour talking about you were going to donate it. So once you open your mouth, people are going to hold you accountable to what you said. What about this don't you understand, girl? What?
In order to have...
You shouldn't have, but once you said you did.
Right,
yes.
Which is where it was intended to go.
Heard says she still plans to honor that pledge.
How do you see your future now?
I get to be a mom, like, full time, where I'm not having to juggle calls with lawyers.
One day you may want to tell your daughter about this or have to tell your daughter about everything that you've gone through. What would you want to say?
I think no matter what, it will mean something. I did the right thing. I did everything I could to stand up for myself and the truth.
Heard and Depp's...
Okay, so she did everything, and that's what she's going to tell her daughter. Okay.
volatile relationship lasted just 4 years. Depp confirming his engagement to me on Today in 2014.
Congratulations.
Now, you notice this is the strangest thing. Women generally do not give men an engagement ring or a ring. This is when he got engaged to her in 2014. And you see that ring on his finger. Let's look at it.
Depp confirming his engagement to me on Today in 2014.
Now, that's just an engagement.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yeah, very. She's a wonderful girl. She's sharp as a tack, wonderful, Southern belle and sweet.
Southern belle. Johnny, I know now you wish you would have ran. She a Southern belle, all right. From a Southern girl, she a Southern belle, all right, but not from us true Southerners, okay?
This can be, and very good for me,
On the first day of the trial, you issued a statement, and part of the statement said, "I still have love for Johnny."
That's scary. If that's how she shows love of what was demonstrated in the court, please don't love me. Just don't love me.
Yes.
Is that still true?
Yes.
After everything?
Absolutely.
Just don't love me, you know. Yes, yes, Andrea. Definitely odd. Yes, she's very odd. Yes.
Absolutely. I love him. I loved him with all my heart.
Now, did you notice that she says that she loved him? Now, I don't believe it, but you know, if that's the way it is, but I want you all to hear again her saying that she loved him. Let's hear it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love him.
You hear that? She said, I love him. Then she catches herself. Let's play it again. Then she catches herself, and then she used the past tense. I loved him. Yeah. Okay. There's some crazy love.
Absolutely. I love him. I loved him with all my heart. And I tried the best I could to make a deeply broken relationship work. And I couldn't. I have no bad feelings or ill will towards him at all.
You have no bad feelings or ill will towards him at all. Okay.
I know that might be hard to understand, or it might be really easy to understand. If you've just ever loved anyone, it should be easy.
I tell you what. Well, I don't, you know, nobody know unless they're in that situation, but I have the gift of departure. If someone treated me like Amber Heard said Johnny Depp treated her, I know I cannot be in love with you very quickly. But, you know, people are different.
Depp's attorneys have said they do not see the verdict in this case as a setback to victims of domestic violence.
We don't either. We don't either. We don't see it as a setback to women of domestic violence. We see it as an opportunity for liars to stop lying, and for those that have been victims of DV or SA, man or woman, to come forward and tell their truth.
Coming forward, Heard's legal team has said they do plan to appeal this summer. Quick note, we will have more of our conversation with Amber Heard during a special edition of Dateline, including evidence she says should have been included in the trial that would have bolstered her case. You can stream part of it, a sneak preview, tomorrow on Peacock, ahead of that Dateline special, a full hour airing Friday night, 8/7 Central, here on NBC.
Okay, I definitely would try to do a thing on Friday night, but I am not sure that I could do a whole hour with this. I would try. But one thing that we wanted to show you all is the letter that Amber Heard's attorney. Now, I believe that part of this came in through the trial, and we're going to put this on the screen. I don't know. It's funny that it has TMZ up here. Now, we know she said that TMZ did not own the copyrights or whatever, but TMZ owned that copyright because, like I stated, all the channels that received, that played the video got a copyright strike. Let me see if I can enlarge this here. If not, I'm just going to read it. But this was the letter, and it's the TMZ letter, so I will read it. This was a letter to Johnny Depp's attorney. Dear Mr. Bloom, please be advised that our firm has filed a petition of dissolution of marriage on behalf of Amber Depp. As you may be aware, your client and Amber's husband, Johnny Depp, violently attacked and threatened Amber on Saturday night, May 21st, in their penthouse apartment located at There are several witnesses to this particular incident, and there are photographs depicting the property damage Johnny caused, as well as physical injuries he inflicted on Amber. Unfortunately, this is not the first incident of domestic violence perpetrated by Johnny against Amber. In fact, there are other incidents in the past 6 months. Although Amber is afraid of Johnny, she strongly insists that we do everything possible to keep this personal matter out of the media spotlight, which is why she has not yet sought a CLETS DVTRO, and why we did not arrange for Johnny to be personally served at the night of last night's movie premiere. See, they're going to try to, this is a threat. This is a setup. Who served somebody papers at a movie premiere? She knows where he lived. They had the address up there at the beginning anyway. So anyway, let's go on with this letter. Amber wishes to work quickly towards a private and amicable resolution of all matters, but she will need Johnny's immediate cooperation to do so. To this end, please have Johnny promptly sign and return by Friday, May 27th, 2016, the endorsed notice acknowledgement of receipt, Form FL 117 form, confirming service of summons, petition, family law case cover sheet, and blank response, FL 120 form. If the request notice is not signed and the original execution form is not returned to me by May 27th, we will have no other alternative but to arrange for Johnny to be personally served. Now, here comes the kicker. In addition, we are requesting on Amber's behalf the following: appropriate Pedialyte support. 2, exclusive use and possession of the Black Range Rover, the vehicle she is currently driving with Johnny, to continue to make all payments for any encumbrances thereof. So now, he got to make a monthly payment, a spousal support. Then he has to give her the car and pay for it. And exclusive use and possession of 849, blah, 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 of penthouses 1, 3, and 5. So in addition to that, she wants exclusive rights to 3 of his 5 penthouses. Okay. To continue to pay the mortgage, and Johnny to continue to pay the mortgage on it now. And, this is all she wants, for her not to go do this TRO. This is in the letter. Mortgage, utilities, etc., associated therein, and live, okay, a contribution towards her reasonable and necessary attorney's fee in the amount of $100,000 and $25,000 for forensic accounting costs to be paid to my firm by the close of business 5 p.m. on May 27th, 2016. Okay, now let's go back and see the date of this letter. That's on the 24th that they sent it. So less than 3 days, he's got to agree to give her spousal support, give her the Range Rover, and to pay the insurance and the car note on it and any other thing that's associated with it, whether it's oil changes, whatever. Then she needs to agree to exclusive possession of 3 of his 5 penthouses, and for him to continue to pay the mortgage, the utilities, and anything else associated with the penthouses, and any living expenses that she might have while she's living there. Then on top of that, attorney fees and of $100,000 and $25,000 for forensic fees. If he doesn't agree to this, now remember the letter was sent on the 24th of May 2016. If he doesn't agree with this by 5 p.m. on the 27th, 2016, then they're going to get a TRO. This is what the letter says. Furthermore, I believe it would be beneficial for all if this case was assigned to a private retired judicial officer for all purposes. My proposed list of private retired judicial officers are as follows, and she lists them. Kindly let me know your earliest convenience if you and your client are agreeable with doing so, which as of the judicial officers, upon hearing from you, I will have my assistants obtain rates and availability. We are indeed hopeful that we can swiftly work out mutually acceptable short and long-term solutions out of the public eye. Now, you know, that she said that she gave him to 5 p.m. that day. She filed that TRO that morning with TMZ there. So they didn't even give him 5 p.m. that day. So, like I stated, the jury, I believe the jury saw this information, and, you know, someone's on their account as far as Twitter posted it, but you notice that TMZ later posted this letter. How did TMZ get this letter? I mean, it's just really, really strange, you know. But like I said, Amber is definitely on a quest to talk. Let's hope that this is the last interview. Now, there's like I said, an hour interview Friday. Hopefully, prayerfully, this is the last that we'll hear from her. I don't know whether the Today Show paid her. I think they sent a private jet to pick her up, but she's gonna need the money. I'm definitely for Johnny Depp getting his money. I know he has according to, you know, what we've seen, and, you know, and what he said is that it was not about the money. He wanted to clear his name. But it is obvious that Amber Heard is not going to stop talking. And so that's why I believe that Johnny Depp should collect the funds on this judgment, because Amber is not going to stop. She's not going to stop. She's not going to stop. And so hopefully she'll go on with her life. And she says she's going to appeal. It's going to be interesting to see how successful she is in her appeal efforts. But again, I've just read you the letter, showed you the letter prior to the TRO, where she was making a list of demands. And if you don't do this within 3 days, well, really less than 3 days, then we're going to file a TRO. So if you are part of the replay crew, you can go back and watch it and you'll see the letter. But anyway, everyone, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the replay crew. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you all. And we will see you later. God bless. Bye.